Ray with Thunderstruck Transport. Welcome to my channel, Nothing But Trucking. Just kind of wanted to do a quick little video today. Just heard a report that Pete Buttigieg was out. You know, he's our national Secretary of Transportation, or Transportation Secretary, however he wants to call himself, I guess. But our illustrious leader just said one of the reasons we have a supply chain shortage is, of course, the trucker supply shortage. And that is being caused by no child care. So I've been out here 38 years or so, 38 to 39 years. I don't ever remember getting into this and, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out and drive a truck, go out and start driving a truck, and realize, oh shoot, my kids have been all left at home. I ain't got nobody to watch my kids. I can't drive a truck. I mean, seriously, people are quitting because now they don't have child care. What they had before they went on the road, or did they just leave them on the road in the house? Which, I watch news reports, I wouldn't really be surprised if people did that. So, because of this supply chain shortage, because we left our kids at home because now we're quitting because we don't have child support or child services to watch our kids. You know, the government is supposed to watch our kids for us. You know, parents, we're not supposed to do that. You know, we're not supposed to have to do anything as parents. The government can do all that for us. They're supposed to do all that for us, and they better do it all for us. Otherwise, I'm going to quit. Sitting right over there in the corner, I'm going to cry. Ridiculous. I don't get the mentality of people these days. Anyway, because of the driver shortage. Now, we've always had a driver shortage per se. I think it would be, you know, for one, I mean, the money, of course. I'm making, better money than I did 20, 30 years ago. I think I make pretty good money for the industry today. I mean, I see signs on the back of trucks that say, oh, we pay 55, 60 cents a mile. I'm assuming they're old signs. I mean, I can't imagine anybody working for that. I mean, unless maybe you're brand new, I guess. Maybe that's what the signs are for. I don't know. I've been, like I said, I've been out here a while, and I don't get into, all of that very often. So I come out here, I do my job, I go home, I'm with my family. I was going to buy a big Striker radio, and instead I got this Cobra 29 LX Max, the Bluetooth capable, voice activated, cooks your food, drives your truck, wakes you up, massages your back type radio, and nobody listens to it anyway. So I'm like, thank God I didn't spend $500 on a nice radio, because this $150 or $200 one, it ain't worth crap either, because there's nobody out there on the radio these days. Oh, that frustrates me. God, drivers, you got to get a CV. Anyway, that's another story. This one I wanted to tell you guys was about the Byrna. I purchased the Byrna a while ago, one for me and my wife. I did a video on it, and I just recently, not too long ago, was up in Missouri, had an altercation with another driver. No idea what was going through his mind. Just started yelling and cussing because I wasn't going fast enough for him, I guess, is what the whole thing really was. I wasn't driving fast enough in the loading dock area while I was going to my door to back in to get unloaded. He thought I should go a lot faster, and he started calling me names and things that I don't even know what they meant. He then proceeded to grab my door and open it. That's where he made the mistakes. I don't know if you can see right here. It's stuck right here, and it don't take me but a second to pull it out. And he saw how fast I was able to pull it out, and with a little, my light and laser and everything, he decided not to come into my truck, but instead to back up in the other direction, which I think was a pretty smart move of him. Then he called the cops on me and everything else, and the cops saw what I had, and they thought it was pretty cool, and they told him maybe he shouldn't open other drivers' truck doors, which is what I was trying to tell the guy before he proceeded to do that. But I didn't have the little tin badge on, so I guess what I said didn't carry that much weight. However, this did. non-lethal, and I think it's just a great way to go. Now I've got the this TLR8 laser and light combination on it. But this is a great thing. There's virtually no regulations on this because it's not a firearm. It's a CO2 launcher, kind of like a paintball gun. Basically, same concept, of course, almost identical. But this shoots kinetic balls, which is like a solid projectile, and also tear gas pepper ball combination. That's what I use. It's the HD Max. It's an OC as well as a pepper. That is it. Basically, the blue and the green is pepper. Now, these mags hold 5 rounds because they are so big, I guess. I only use 1 pepper ball, and these things are expensive. They're like five rounds for $30. Which, in the grand scheme of things, my 44 Magnum was, probably just as expensive with ammo. Almost $1 a round with that. So, in the grand scheme of things, it's okay. But you only need 1 of these things. Y'all ever watch the videos on YouTube? There's tons of them out there with the Byrna, and the guys that volunteered to be hit with these, man, they ought to put them on the SEAL teams, because man, they're some brave people. I wouldn't do it. Anyway, I don't use, I got the plastic inert or the plastic round, but I use the rubber. It's steel with a rubber coating is what I use. Now, I've seen a lot of videos out there too where other guys have said that when they load their gun, these balls crack inside because they are seamed right there at the green and the blue. And when you load and the 1 ball chambers, the spring load springs it up there, and I guess they have cracked. And I have had that happen once or twice that I can remember. So the way to do that, go ahead and put a few of your balls in there and load the magazine and chamber your first one into the chamber. And with the Byrna, there is a ball indicator right here. When it's raised like it's raised here, that means there is a ball in the chamber underneath. Then of course you just press it down and it ejects the ball down below, and now you can see it is flush. So if you'll watch, I'll go ahead and chamber another one. See, I raised that up. Hold on. It did red. I didn't hit it up as hard as I should have. I was kind of weak wristed there. Anyway, it raises that ball indicator up. Okay, so now there is a ball in the chamber. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and load the rest of it. I make the pepper ball the second round. I figure if I'm going to use it, I'm going to tell them, hey, you got hit with the first one, that hurt like a mother. But you ain't going to like the pepper one, because that's going to incapacitate. Sorry, I got interrupted with a phone call. So yeah, the next one's going to incapacitate you for a good 20-30 minutes. So that might be kind of fun to watch. They're going to be flopping and flailing around and choking and snotting and drooling and spitting and hacking and everything else. That might be, sadistically speaking, it might be a little funner to watch that than something else. Anyway, yeah, he came up to my door and he backed off pretty quickly with this gun. I recommend for the drivers, because it's virtually unregulated. A couple of the states will not allow you to use the pepper ball, which I think is California. Now they may just allow the and you'll have to check your state with that. They may allow for the pepper, but they may not allow the gas portion. But I'm not sure if California even allows anything. I think they do allow the inert, which is just a solid projectile. also think you have to have the orange or the green or some other safety color. I don't think you can use black. So those are really about the only regulation. I think California, Chicago, Illinois, New York, those cities that you really need one anyway. Those are really the only ones I believe that has a restriction on certain parts of the self-defense tool. But again, I'd still, especially law enforcement, if you do have to use this, you're probably not going to have any issues, especially if you're justified. I think they see using a non-lethal thing a whole lot better than, using, lethal ones. So, for about $375, I think it was, give or take, and then of course I got the Surefire laser light on it. That was another $3 something. It's laser and light combination. It's the TLR 8. I like it because it doesn't stick up past the barrel. It's pretty compact and works really well. I have it velcroed, the wallet velcroed, or the holster, velcroed. I use the Comfort Tack. I don't know if you've all ever seen the Comfort Tack belly band. My old one got to be a little too old, so I was able to cut it off of the strap, and then I ran a very solid piece of plastic in the webbing, so it was solid in the back, and then I just velcroed it right here, and it holds really well. It keeps it right there, right where I need it. It's quick. I can grab it within a second or two. And I also have a spare magazine with all just inert rounds. So for the security, I think drivers, it's a great option to look at. Now, I do carry a lethal. I also carry another handgun. It's not readily accessible though, which it should be. And I'm getting ready to get this load and go to Kenosha, Wisconsin. I think we all know what's getting ready to happen in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So I may need to get that other one and make it a little bit more accessible, or load nothing but all my tear gas into this one here. Anyway, because of the driver shortage, because we realized we left our kids home with no child care, I just saw a report that the truck theft, the freight theft, I think there was 239 reports. I can't remember if they said that was for the year or for the fourth quarter. I would believe it was for the quarter, but I could be mistaken. Either way it goes, doesn't really matter. It's on the rise. So because of everything going on, the administration we have in charge today, whose name I can't name, like Harry Potter, who was that guy, you couldn't say his name. So the name will certainly not go anywhere. So anyway, because they're not arresting people for doing anything wrong, or they'll arrest them, but they're not punishing them. They're catching and releasing, and let them go. You can kill somebody and get to go walk free, unless you're a young teenage kid fearing for your life and you're defending yourself. Well, oh my God, then they're going to make a federal case out of it. But the rest of you, the rest of those people, they can do whatever they want and get away with it. So because of that, really makes it smart to have some sort of self-defense on the truck. As like I said, I witnessed it firsthand. Now, I've only had a couple of instances like that, and like I said, I've been out here 30 some years. I pretty much keep to myself, but in my older age, I'm getting a lot more vocal. I'm getting a lot more stupid, as my wife probably thinks. I'll speak my mind out a lot more. I think that's just what happens when you get older, kind of like Walter, Jeff Dunham's puppet. Anyway, the Byrna is a great self-defense tool. You still need to practice with it. It's just a great item. I highly recommend it. The crime is on the rise out here on the roads. You need to be able to defend yourself because of the limitless or because of the unregulated ability of the Byrna, you could pretty much go anywhere with it and not have to worry. Yeah, you don't have to worry. Sorry, I got interrupted again. I'm pretty popular today. I've been here for 4 hours trying to get loaded. Actually, more than 4 hours. Right at 4 hours. My appointment was noon. It's now 4 o'clock. I'm at a place called Father's Table here in Sanford, Florida, going to Kenosha, Wisconsin. They said it's going to be about another hour or so, but I'm getting paid detention time, so whatever. Anyway, of course, I'm only 40-some miles from the house. It would have been nice to sit at home the rest of the day and then come get loaded, so that's kind of sucks, but hey, that's trucking. So anyway, yeah, just that's all I really wanted to say. The Byrna is a great tool. I recommend, if you haven't got one, to definitely look into it, do some research, and you know, protect yourself, you know, when you're out there on the roads, because it's going to get crazy, guys. I think it's going to get crazier until we can figure out how to fix the issue, the problems that we're having, where everybody knows we're having problems, and hopefully that'll be getting fixed pretty soon. We certainly ain't waiting until 2024. It ain't gonna happen. I mean, y'all can see what's going on all over the world and all over the states. All the people getting moved and fired and arrested. It's not gonna last 2 more years at the state we're in. I guarantee you that. It just ain't gonna happen. So I think the powers that be are going to be fixing it prior to 2024. I certainly hope so, anyway. But I've even put off buying my truck. I was going to get a truck here in December, but I'm going to put that off and just kind of wait and see what happens here until, you know, through the end of the year, and you know, maybe January, February we'll revisit the buying a truck deal. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like, subscribe. Please leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to know. Let me know what you're thinking about that maybe you don't know and I can find out. I've got 54 subscribers now, so I appreciate y'all tuning in. I don't know who all's truckers or who all does what, but I certainly appreciate the people. And if there's anything that you would like content on, let me know. I'm going to be doing this is dedicated for kind of like the trucking news, like about this with the you know, I did a video the other day about the personal conveyance and the other deal with the ELDs and you know, now the crime and you know what's going on, you know, the vaccine mandates. You know, they put that off. I mean, they can't just stick you, and your company can't. Well, they can, but it's not legal or lawful. You know, I mean, they can do whatever they want, but it's not right. So anyway, but yeah, they postponed all of that other BS, which is good. So we'll kind of see what happens from here on out. But anyway, y'all stay safe, drive safe. If you're not a driver, then at least keep your head on a swivel and you know, just watch your six. So thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day.